We're sorry for the interruption. We don't know what happened then. This is meant to be the latest MacBook Pro, and it's turning against me. Better. Technology gangs up on me.
My computer's better. Latest graphics. Latest CPU.
I'm sure what you're saying is really compelling and riveting, but...
Basically, I have the best PC on the market.
Okay.
Rosewood, stop.
Given that my computer did that, I'll concede your point. Anyway, you were saying self-harming.
Yeah. Anyways, started self-harming, which lasted for about a year. The most emotional part of this video, my dog's barking.
I know. You're onto something here. The dog's PDA.
Sabotage. The dog's PDA. No, and so I started self-harming, which lasted about, I want to say a year and a half, something like that. And I met, then I went to a psychologist, completely forgotten her name, because I'm not good with names, but she helped me stop self-harming. And then after that is really when I created my current placement. And I created, it was alright, you know, all kind of fucking wonkers, you know, just dickheads.
Those.
Yeah.
Muggles.
And then I met Jake.
Yeah.
And I think that's where all the events started happening, all the messed up shit.
Yeah.
I met Jake, who is now my boyfriend. Next Sunday will be a year.
1 year anniversary.
We only had 2 fights, and one of them was over a comic book character. Anyways, so I met Jake, and then I met his friend, Dion. And she was constantly smoking weed. And that influenced me because obviously I wasn't used to being around people, so I started smoking it. And then when I stopped smoking weed, she got really mad at me.
Really?
Yeah, because I wouldn't be her weed buddy.
Oh.
And so we had a fight over that, and we stopped being friends. Then everything was fine for a couple months. And then she came to Jake's birthday party, and we hung out again, became friends again. And she got really, really attached to me, like saying I was her sister and stuff. Yeah, really attached. But she was dragging her life down. Like, she was destroying it with drugs and alcohol.
And she wanted to take you with her.
Yeah. And when I was just like, no. And when she asked for my advice and I'd give her honest advice, she'd be like, fuck you. You're not my friend. You're and she read my mum's book and she used it against me.
Okay.
Yeah, so she sent me a long list of messages that I'm manipulative, I'm spoiled, and like all key words that were in that book and stuff that happened in that book. Because she couldn't separate that person I was back then from who I am now.
Yeah.
And so basically I told her to go fuck herself.
Right, so.
And we stopped being friends, and then she started harassing me on my phone number. So I've had to change my phone number, and she's been threatening me and stuff.
Oh my god.
And so there's been a lot to deal with, but I think I handle it pretty well.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's good insight into your life after the book, actually. You know? Yeah. And I think that shows that you have developed a lot of strength.
Yeah, like,
in many ways.
She gave me proper death threats and everything.
That's
She's spreading rumours about me, and she will beat me up if she sees me.
Really?
She's always in Hanley, and that's where Jake lives.
Let's hope you don't run into each other.
That's why I don't go Hanley by myself. I'm never around Hanley by myself. Whenever I go out of my school during dinner to go get something, I always take one of my mates with me. I never go out by myself anymore.
Why do you think she developed such a strong obsession towards you? Have you got any idea?
Because she liked the idea, this is what I think, of someone to help her get through something. Like, her quitting weed, she's saying that she's doing it because of me. She wants an anchor, someone to give her a reason to quit weed. But
she couldn't do it herself. She couldn't take responsibility. Yeah. So she wanted to do it vicariously.
She needs someone to blame stuff on.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to quit weed deep down. So what she'd do is, as she'd start getting better, she'd then try to destroy a relationship with me and blame me for all the little things that have gone wrong.
Mm.
And any other friend she has that smokes weed and alcohol and has alcohol with her, like, she's completely fine with them. Like, she wants someone who's going to bow down and join her lifestyle.
Right.
And I'm just saying that, like, I'm not fucking up my life because of you.
Good for you.
And it just got
Good
to a
for
point
you.
where I just thought, the more I succeed in life, the more she's going to resent me and drag me down. And I'm not having that. I want to be a tattoo artist. I want to have an apprenticeship. I want to stay with my loving boyfriend. I'm not going to have her drag down my life after how far I've come. I'm not having it. You know, she can just go bugger off.
Yeah. You can't let one person bring you down
No.
after everything that you've overcome and everything you've achieved. And I think that's helpful for people to know, because often a question I get is, as you get older, because bear in mind most of the mothers that I connect with have children who are under 10, I'd say, or under 13, definitely. And they're always curious. They're like, does it get easier as you get older? And sometimes I'll say, well, you may be able to gain more perspective of certain things, and ultimately you can become more tolerant to demands. But then in the same breath sometimes, at least I found this in my experience, the volume of demands, the number of demands increases as you get older, because there are more adult responsibilities and expectations of you. So it's sometimes it's difficult to answer. It depends on your circumstances a lot, but also PDA kids learn best through direct experience. So many of us have horrible experiences when we're growing up, and they're not nice to go through, but sometimes they give you perspective later on, because you can think back and it's like a process of elimination. You can look back and reflect and see what doesn't work very clearly, and then it helps to pave the way for a more fruitful future. At least I've found that. Would you say that? Do you reflect much, or do you look back and it's scary?
The reason I was not tolerant of Dion and I just said, you know, go away, is because when I was younger and I was playing with mates and stuff, they'd never let me come their house. They'd always come mine because my house was bigger. And even Dion, I noticed it because all my friends that I've ever had, other than Chloe, who's my current friend, they always use me for my money. Like Dion, she owes me 250 quid. Because she was coming to me like, Mollie.
Would you say you're quite easy to influence?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you explain that a bit? Because some people may, because you've told me that before, and I was thinking about it, because if you're easy to influence, then maybe people might find it easy to tell you what to do and push you around, but then that might contradict PDA. So could you draw any distinctions there?
Like, it's like, I really want to, well, I'm not really easy to influence anymore. I was a year ago though. I really wanted to fit in and just feel normal.
Please people?
Yeah, please people. So what I do is I do what they're doing, and they could suggest something and I'll instantly do it. Right.
If it meant more acceptance, then it was appealing to do. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. That makes sense.
And so I'm very easy to like, especially with people that I haven't been friends with for a long time.
Okay.
The longer I'm friends with someone, the less I get influenced by them. That's why with Dion, we were great mates for the first 5 months, and then as I knew her longer and longer, I stopped getting influenced as easy, and she was getting frustrated by that.
That's really interesting. I can think back to moments like that where I would undergo really extreme things to please people.
Yeah.
And I found that it was to do with uncertainty of certain situations. So, and it's interesting you say the more you get to know people, the less impressionable you became.
Yeah.
I can remember doing that, but it was all about uncertainty and certainty. So the more certain I was about a person, the less sway they could hold over me.
Yeah. I think...
Because at first it was confusing, and it's like, right, there are two things I can do. Avoid, or people please, perhaps.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, really try and get under the fabric of a social situation. Yeah. Maybe take on the role of someone I'm not in order to fit in. What are they like? I'll be the extra addition to their group, you know.
Yeah.
So you scan them, you understand how they work, you become one of them, and you really get under the fabric, and then you're eliminating the uncertainty. But then once it becomes more certain, then there's no need, you know, to be quite so impressionable anymore. Yeah, does that resonate? Yeah,
because I've got a mate online, Brian. Everyone calls him God. Because he's this big dude with a big bushy beard. Okay. And so, and he's got like...
I can imagine he's got a white beard.
No, it's ginger.
Okay.
Yeah, it's strange. That's one of the reasons we're dead close. Because we do look strangely alike.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. So we laugh at each other. Like, we're actually planning to trick someone into thinking that we are actually brother and sister. Mm-hmm. We don't know who yet, but we're planning on it. Mm-hmm. And at first, I was then impressionable by him. Like, I'd constantly play whatever games he was playing. I've known him for over a year now, nearly 2 years. And now, if he's playing a game, I'll look at it and I'll just say, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not playing it.
Oh, God. Games are just very confusing to me.
I'm very picky.
Yeah.
Extremely picky.
See, sometimes I'm forced to play Fortnite with the kids I work with.
I hate Fortnite.
And I'm just sweating.
You see how...
I feel old.
The difference between me and those kids, I have good taste in games.
So Fortnite's a bad game. I'd like you to take this up with them.
I can go to the technical stuff on why it's a bad game. One,
I want to make that happen.
It's a rip-off of PUBG because the only reason it's more popular than PUBG is one, because it's easy to play, you know, for the kiddie winnies, and two, because it's free. PUBG actually requires skill, you know, just saying.
Okay. Let's try something. If any of you are a parent of a child who is wedded to Fortnite, I want to hear their best argument. I want to hear them counter Mollie Sherwin's argument. Just for my satisfaction. I want to sit back and relax and watch the verbal battle commence.
You want to know why it's so popular?
What, Fortnite?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Because it looks pretty.
It does look pretty.
Yeah.
It does.
That's how...
Is that it?
I
like what do you call them, skins?
Yeah.
I like the banana guy and the fish guy.
Yeah. That's why people...
I just like the weirdness.
That's why
if anything doesn't make sense, I like it.
That's why a lot of people like Fortnite, because it's targeted towards kids. And it's just an objectively bad game. The aiming system is bad. Like, the building system is clunky.
The dances are lame.
Just don't go there.
See, I'm looking at the fish and the banana and the dances. Yeah. I'm forgetting the point of the game.
Like, the point of the
game
distracting is an intense battle royale.
Right.
Yes, it is a battle royale. Mm-hmm. It's fucking around, you know, having kids scream at each other.
Yeah, I've witnessed that.
All the microtransactions in that game as well.
Oh, we're having a bark break. We can try and speak over. No, we can't. Forget it. Silly suggestion. Rosebud. Anyway.
She's just gonna bark more when she gets to the door.
We've been going for 14 minutes. Crazy. Time flies when you're chatting.
And we haven't talked about anything relevant to people.
I know. We did a bit, but I suppose everything is relevant. We're just going off on a discursive tangent. I think we've pretty much covered everything that needs to be covered. Fortnite. Dogs who quack.
Yeah, who quack.
PDAer in the later years. That was a good one.
Yeah.
We covered that somewhere. That's pretty much it. And your mum.
One last thing about Fortnite.
Oh gosh, okay.
One last thing. The microtransactions.
Is that it? Okay, so if you're a Fortnite player...
It's shit.
you're going to have to
It's bollocks.
counter
It's a rip-off.
this strongly held conviction.
It's a rip-off.
Bring it on,
It's
I
a
say.
free rip-off.
Just for my satisfaction, so I can watch and laugh. Thank you very much, everyone. Mollie Sherwin.
Bye.
Bye now.